So today I want to share 7 hidden gems from my collection that I think are fantastic for spring or summertime. First up, we've got Long Island Sunset by Ajmal. So I'm not really even familiar with this brand. The only reason why I know of this fragrance is because I received a sample from a fragrance.net order. If it wasn't for that, I would have never heard about this, but this is fantastic. This is a really, really well-balanced unisex fragrance that is so fresh, clean, and citrusy, and a little bit aromatic and a little bit woodsy. Really, really lovely. This is a citrus that is relatively quiet. Like, it doesn't come out and punch you in the face like Imagination by Louis Vuitton, but it just comes off very, very clean and likable. It's not overly sweet at all, which to me doesn't make it overly feminine leaning, but it's also not very, very, very masculine to where I think anyone would have to worry about wearing it in terms of if you are a woman. It's really fantastic, either on its own if you just want a nice, clean, sharp citrus type of scent profile, or if you want to layer it with other fragrances, you could absolutely do this with like Indigo by Nest. I've done those two together. Really nice layer combo. Big fan of this one thus far and looking forward to busting it out on really hot days in spring and summertime. Next up, I've got a fragrance that is so good. I truly can't believe that people are not screaming about this scent off of the rooftops. I'm talking about Fluorescent Nectar Lopi. I don't even know if I'm saying this name properly. The only reason why I even bought this is because I saw that a lot of people had purchased it off of TikTok, but a lot of people were not speaking about it. And it was at a ridiculously low price point. Like, I literally got it for less than 20 bucks at that time. This smells phenomenal. Like, for the price point, I'm shocked. It reminds me of a fragrance like Gucci Bloom, but honestly, I like it better than Gucci Bloom. It's sweeter than Gucci Bloom. It's less like literal green plant than Gucci Bloom. It has a slight, almost creamy powderiness to it, but it is for sure a floral scent that is very enjoyable to smell and doesn't come off as old or musty. What I also find so impressive about this scent is just how long lasting it is. So it smells great, it's really long lasting, and it's ridiculously affordable. This is a fragrance that if you like florals, honestly, just buy it. Like, just get it. For the price point and how much it's delivering, it is delivering way more than what it's charging for it, which is hard to find with fragrance. Fantastic. Next up, we've got a fragrance from the Ahuja line, which is an upscale Middle Eastern brand. This one is Amber Sage. So if this is not my favorite from the line, then it's definitely, at worst case, my second. Like, this is fantastic. It's probably between this one and Kiwi Tarte. This is a super fresh, clean, unisex citrus type of scent profile. I think I'm realizing that for spring and summertime, I really like unisex citrus scents that don't lean into masculine or too sweet of a scent profile. And this is fantastic. What I love about this is that it's a 35% concentration fragrance. So unlike a lot of citrus fragrances, this one will actually last on you all day. If I had to compare it to another scent, it gives me vibes that are similar to Louis Vuitton's Imagination. I'm not at all saying that this is supposed to be a dupe for that. I believe that all of these Ahuja fragrances are all original, but it's similar to that in terms of like how strong it is, the type of citrus notes, the overall kind of just creamy, not creamy, but like smooth lemon. The way that those notes are constructed really, really reminds me of Imagination. So I think if you like that style of perfume, then you have a high chance of enjoying this. I'm honestly surprised that it's called Amber Sage. And even though amber is listed in the notes, I don't smell or really get any amber. I get sage and I get citrus notes, but I don't get amber, so I don't know. But regardless, it is fantastic. And I absolutely love the packaging of these Ahuja fragrances. Look at that. I mean, with the gold and the white detailing, oh, it's so nice, so beautiful, so heavy, and so premium feeling. This is definitely gonna be more expensive than your typical like Lattafa fragrance, but I think it's worth it for not just the presentation and packaging, but the originality of the fragrance as well as the high concentration, the performance. Really, really good. Next up, we have a fragrance from Cudlush. I actually featured this in one of my recent best springtime Cudlush fragrances. I'm talking about Cashmere Sunshine Musk. I am so like entranced with this scent. It is so unique. And I'm really surprised that people don't talk about it more. I don't know why. It's so hard to describe. You get this bergamot, but it's like almost like a sweet and like velvety bergamot, which I know sounds weird. You get some clean florals in the heart with this amberous base that just adds this beautiful warmth to it, along with musk and sandalwood. It's fantastic. Again, another unisex scent, but this one is not just citrusy, it's like creamy, warm, but also citrusy. I love this. I've never smelled anything like this, and it truly is just one of the most unique scent profiles. This is compared a lot to the Mancera Roses Vanille fragrance. I've never smelled that, but just based off of the name, I'm surprised that this would smell anything like that. This doesn't give me a rosy or a vanilla type of vibe. It gives me a very citrus vibe, but again, I've never smelled that perfume, so maybe that's what it is. But regardless, it's fantastic. Next up, we have another gorgeous fresh scent from the Ahuja line. This one is Kiwi Tarte. Now, when I first read the name of this fragrance, I was a little bit worried because I thought that it was gonna come off like a very sweet and very tart kiwi fragrance that was going to be a bit too juvenile for my taste, but it's not. This feels like a very sage and almost like herbal and intoxicating and enchanting, again, unisex type of fragrance. You do get a bit of a kiwi vibe, but it's really grounded with all of these other notes that, again, to me, pull it in more of like a earthy, herbal kind of vibe as opposed to being too sweet. Incredible scent, very mature, very adult, kiwi type of scent profile that, again, I find to be very unique. Same 35% concentration oil as the others in the line. So again, you're not gonna have to worry about longevity or performance with this one. Fantastic. Definitely one of Ahuja's best fragrances. Next up, we have a fragrance that, if I'm honest, I purely bought just off of the packaging. And thankfully, it just happened to smell amazing. I'm talking about the Master by Master Monet palette. So I just thought that this packaging was so incredibly cool, and it was at a surprisingly pretty low price point on fragrance.net, and so I just got it. I didn't even care what it smelled like. Sometimes, to be honest with you, I get bottles just based off of the bottle. I'm a sucker for good presentation. But the smell is fantastic, and I wish I still had the original box that it came in. It came in this really beautiful, fully wooden box that has like a letter about the actual creation of the fragrance, which I thought was really cool in terms of the makers of the scent. But anyways, this to me is a floral fragrance that smells kind of like a fresh garden. It's really nice, it's very airy, it's not at all old or cloying or too heavy type of floral, with just a slight citrus sweetness to it, but nothing that is too sweet. It almost has a watery type of texture to it to me, and the dry down of the Cashmere and the musk and the vanilla is truly beautiful. A really nice scent that I don't see too many people talk about for whatever reason, but it's absolutely fantastic. Would highly recommend checking this one out, especially if you love the packaging. I mean, really nice. And if you like the idea of like airy, slightly watery florals that are safe to wear everywhere, safe to wear to work, safe to wear to church, that type of floral, this is a good one. This last fragrance is for anyone who wants a purely sweet apple almost smelling type of fragrance. I'm talking about Fairy Tale by Mason Asrar or Gulf Orchid. On the bottle it says Gulf Orchid, online it says Mason Asrar, so maybe it's a collaboration between the two, I don't know. But regardless, fantastic. This almost reminds me of like the DKNY green apple type of perfumes, but it's fresher, not as, I would say, deeply sweet as the DKNY apple, but still sweet, easy to wear, and it has an aquatic type of quality to it, which is really nice. So it's like a watery, green apple smelling type of fragrance. It's interesting to me that it's watermelon because I really feel like the green notes are what really punched me in the face with this particular scent. It's quite lovely. Just an easy, fresh, green, sweet, but not too sweet fragrance that is affordable and easy to put on. Again, surprised that people don't talk about this one. Just a random one that I found off of TikTok based off of the notes. I thought that it sounded interesting, and it's a really nice spring scent. Either to wear on its own or if you want to layer it with other fragrances, even though it does have a good amount of notes listed, I would say it feels, I guess, relatively more linear. Like it doesn't really transform into something crazy different. I feel like you kind of start off with a sweet, green, watery, aquatic type of fragrance. I always, for some reason, get apple from this. And to me, it really stays that. Of course, the slight woody and mossiness starts to pick up a bit more in the dry down, but I think it stays true to that overall scent profile. So if that's your kind of DNA, definitely check out Fairy Tale. So if you guys have already heard about these fragrances and have tried them, let me know. I'm sure some of you guys probably have, but I definitely think that they deserve more hype and just aren't really spoken about for whatever reason. But anyways, let me know down in the comment section below, and I will see you guys back tomorrow for our next episode.